So, in just a second, we're going to go through some deep history and show y'all how it's being played out in the present day. So we're going to go all the way back to ancient times, all the way to Hitler, to present times where we are right now. And show you how it's all a systematic plan to round you up and destroy you. So turn to Genesis 47 and 14. We're going to go through a couple of books, a couple of different books to show you something, just to show you history and the meaning of these things. Start at Genesis 47 and 14. So we're going to start on money first. We're going to try to get through this because we don't want the net to go out.
Genesis chapter 47, verse 14. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt.
So Joseph gathered up all of the money that was found in the land of Egypt. We in spiritual Egypt now. Go ahead.
And in the land of Canaan, for the corn which they brought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house.
So Joseph took all the money, got all the money, and rounded it up and brought it into Joseph's house. Go ahead.
And when money failed,
the money failed, if you notice right now, you should know in your surrounding area where you are, your money is probably starting to fail. It's getting less and less you're getting for your dollar right now. Go ahead.
And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth.
For the money faileth. So they go into their government, asking for things when they money failing. Now we're about to skip over to another book, and just to show you about money. This book is called, And the Truth Shall Set You Free. Start from right there. We're just going to break down money. Right, we're just going to go through money just to show you that it's just a scam, that nobody has to be starving at this minute at all. It's a complete scam. There's nothing but pieces of paper, not backed by anything, not gold nor silver. It's just paper. Go ahead.
Okay. Chapter 11, the debt scam. It is important to understand the global conspiracy unless we appreciate the background to the world money system. This is not taught in the schools, and no smart-suited economist or correspondent on the television news will tell you the truth either.
So because we know all of them is a part of the scam that's going on. Go ahead.
Some of them don't know what is going on because they have been programmed to believe nonsense by the education system, while others simply don't want you to know. The foundations of the manipulation toward a world government, army, bank, and currency are built on the fantastic con trick which we call the banking system.
The banking system. We know that who is in control of the money is in control of everything. They run everything because they're in control of the money. And the root of all evil is money. Go ahead.
Once people understand the way this works, it is easy to see how a few can control the lives of everyone else. It is worth repeating and expanding here on what I said in chapter 3. The banks are given the power to create money.
Do what?
To create money.
To create money. Go ahead.
By which they mean creating non-existent money known as credit.
Known as credit. That's what they try to get everybody to get credit so they can get you in debt. But we just have simple paper. Now what makes this piece of paper worth more than this one? They both pieces of paper. Except one got a 20 painted on it and the other one got a 1. But they still pieces of paper. We never actually think about this. Like, it costs the same amount to make both of them. Just a piece of paper with paint on it. Nothing. Go ahead.
This cost them nothing, but the moment this credit is brought into theoretical existence, the banks can start to charge interest on it.
Do what?
The banks can start to charge interest
The
on it.
banks can start to charge interest on it, so we know that it's no reason for the money to fail. It's no reason, because it's nothing but paper and numbers on computer screens. Go ahead.
This is the system that controls everyone's life. But it goes further than that. When you take out a loan, the bank creates credit for the size of the loan. Say when you take out a loan, for the size of the loan, say $20,000. If only in theory that is new money, but you are not going to pay back only $20,000 because you have to pay interest on that loan.
Do what?
Because you have to pay interest on that loan.
So you see that? So now they're making money off of your interest. This is called a book from David Hicks. He got some real good information, but if you're not careful, he will mislead you on certain things. The author is David Hicks. So go ahead.
The interest has not been created by the bank, but it still has to be found from somewhere. So where? From the wealth and the credit already circulating in the world. In this way, since this crazy banking system began, the real wealth of the planet has been sucked into the banking system as the interest paid on every loan to every person, business, and government.
The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these are the people behind this. Go ahead.
This has allowed them to lend even more non-existent money on the back.
What kind of money?
Non-existent money.
Non-existent money is nothing but numbers on a computer screen. Go ahead.
On the back of that, and get the world even deeper in debt.
In what?
Even deeper in debt.
So if you get in debt, then somebody's over you, pulling strings on you once you get in debt. Now they can control you. Well, you better bring me in. You make $500. You better bring me in 100 of them dollars every 2 weeks, or we gonna take this from you. Go ahead.
The wealth and credit loaning capacity they have accumulated is beyond comprehension, far more than that of the United States, the richest country in the world. In fact, they own the United States, as they own almost every other country in the world.
These are these same greedy bankers. If you go down and do your research, you'll see that the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, J.C. Morgan Chase, these people are the people behind this, making the money fail. And they do the same system over and over and over again. That's why if you don't know your history, you're going to repeat it. Go ahead.
The bankers have used this wealth and credit mountain to buy and control the global oil companies, multinational of every kind, the media, the armament companies, the drug companies, the politicians, the political advisors, and virtually everything else they need to control the world.
So they know these people control the world. They control the money. They control the food. Go ahead.
The same few people and families own the lot. They hide this truth behind front organizations, the nexus of companies, and the puppet directors, and they are supported in their desire for secrecy by the pathetic media and education system. So
this is why you will never hear the truth from the news, because the same people that own the banks own the media, the Jewish people. Go ahead.
The Rockefellers and Rothschilds.
Who?
The Rockefellers and Rothschilds.
Go ahead.
Alone control a fantastic network of banks, oil companies, multinational corporations, airlines, and scores of other organizations.
So you will never get the truth from none of these organizations, because they all controlled by the same people. Hold on, we're going to skip to this. This is a book by Jordan Maxwell. He's another guy with some good information, but he will also mislead you if you ain't careful with him. We're going to start right here at this democracy. Just start right here. Now we're going to show you the meaning of democracy. These people make you feel that you have a choice instead of it being a monopoly, they won't let you have a monopoly, so they give you a choice. You get a duopoly, meaning we'll give you Pepsi or Coke, McDonald's or Burger King, Ford or GM, to make you feel that you have a choice. So we know that you really don't have a choice because the same is behind both organizations. So if you eat McDonald's or Burger King, you still eating poison. So if you pick, it's like picking between Satan and Nimrod. Or I'm gonna pick Nimrod. He ain't wicked as Satan. Who's controlling him? That's what you up against. Go ahead, read that.
May 1st, 1776 was when Adam Weishaupt founded this order. This date is important, of course, in the Soviet Union and other communist countries because May 1st, or May Day, is considered to be the monumentous date to all columnists, revolutionaries, when Adam Weishaupt founded the Illuminati.
So now you get that thing about May 1st, May Day. Go ahead.
This you will find, as I said, in an encyclopedia that was laid by Adam Weishaupt for control of a vast number of people worldwide, which has now become a very old, tired project. The project was called democracy.
Democracy. Who's in this world pushing democracy? Taking over all the countries of the world, just going in and say, y'all can't live like y'all living. We coming in, we're gonna give you democracy. None other than good old Babylon that's setting up bases all over the world, pushing democracy. Go ahead.
Adam Weishaupt, like many others before him, understood that democracy has never worked, is not working now, and will never work.
Is this country working right now? It's not doing nothing under democracy. You go from one leader to the next one, and all they do is point fingers at the faction that was before him. Well, they messed it up for me. I couldn't do nothing because he messed it up. Bush messed it up.